Hello everyone, how are you doing today? This is Sherry and this is Soul Conscious, and this is going to be the weekly all signs reading. It's a general reading and it's timeless for whoever find it. But what it's going to be is what you need right now, what you need to know right now. I can get my words out. Words are hard. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to go ahead and go through each sign, and we're going to pull some cards and just let the universe talk and see what they want to tell us right now, okay? What each sign needs to know right now. And we're going to go ahead and start off with Aries and pull some cards and see what messages want to come through. Now, these can be about anything. They're not necessarily about love because it's just whatever wants to come through, you know. So just keep that in mind that it can be about anything at all. So, for some reason, I'm either sitting shorter or my table feels higher. I feel like I've shrunk. I feel like I'm a little child sitting in this big chair right now because I can barely reach across the table for some reason. That's too funny. And I'm holding my cards up. Oh my gosh, upside down. I keep having to flip the cards. I was like, why do I keep having to flip the cards? Well, because I'm holding them upside down. Okay. So for Aries, what I see is that you're looking for success and stability in love, something that is going to be balanced, because it looks like you've probably had some in the past, a little bit, a relationship that's been a little bit unbalanced. But I definitely see that, and there was a little bit of burden around that because it was the relationship was unbalanced. But overall, I see that you're wanting, success. Your heart is still open. You're still looking for love. You're open for love, but you're really wanting stability and balance in a relationship. And you're kind of like looking out on the horizon of what's out there. I don't see you like maybe moving toward anyone, but just and it's more of a thinking about it, not really taking action per se, because I think you're trying to kind of get yourself in this right energy, like thinking about what you want. What do you want in a relationship? What do you want that to look like? What you want that structure to look like for you, that framework, that love framework, what you want it to look like for you. Because I think that you're in a good place, Aries. You're in a good place and you're looking to bring someone into your life that you're going to flow well with, that there's going to be that passion and, desire, but things to be balanced where you work really well with the person. That's what I really am picking up is what you need to know. We're going to go ahead. I get the Gilded Tarot and try and see if the universe has any advice that they want to pull to go with this message. So universe, could you give us 3 advice cards for Aries right now regarding this love situation, this love that they're seeking in their life, this equal balanced partnership that they're looking for. Yeah, I see you, Aries, trying to find that balance. Like I said, trying to find that person that's going to fit well with you. It's going to give you that security you're looking for. It's going to be an equal partnership. but also someone that you can have fun with, and, all the aspects. You're looking for something that's all the aspects. So the advice is the Ten of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Tower. So to me, this is telling you not to bring any past burdens, anything that you're carrying from the past, that weight, that baggage, that, I see this as like the baggage that we carry. So I see this advice from the universe is, don't bring any of your baggage, your past baggage, relationship baggage toward, as you move toward a new relationship, because that's probably going to cause, it's probably going to cause some issues. So that's the advice that I got for the universe for you, Aries. So let's go ahead and get these cards picked up and move on to Taurus and see what the universe wants to tell our Taurus people right now. What does Taurus need to know right now, universe, please? It's such a beautiful day here where I'm at. I hope it's a beautiful day wherever you are in the world, for sure. So Taurus, this is just a general reading, and so we're just asking the universe what you need to know right now, and let it speak and tell us whatever it wants to tell us for your sign of the zodiac, and see what you need to know for this upcoming week. What does Taurus need to know for this upcoming week? What would you like to talk to them about? And I like to just tell my cards like a little story. I look at it as a story. I just put them down and let them tell me a little story. So Taurus, what I see for you is, so that I see that you let go of something, and you were moving, or like there's this kind of mixed energy of wanting to move towards something, being kind of looking out towards something new, and even putting some action energy behind that, towards something, actually I see this as walking into your independence, like wanting to have some fun, kind of be single for a minute, like to get back to yourself. I kind of see this as like just wanting to have a little fun, not really like looking to dive into a relationship right away, just wanting to take a minute, like take a minute and just have a little fun, get back to feeling like your normal self. And you're going to go into looking at relationships, like really looking, I see you examining and kind of being a little judgmental and critical of people that you might be meeting, because you do have some pain from whatever you let go of and walked away. There's still a little bit of pain there, that's causing you this, like, to be in this little bit of critical, judgmental mind frame when you're a little judgy when you're meeting new people, which, I mean, I do see that you do want to have a long, be in a relationship or have something stable as far as a relationship goes. And thinking about moving, toward that direction, or looking for that person and having success in that realm. But you are a little bit guarded, and you are being a little bit critical of people that you're meeting towards. Those are the wrong cards. So we're going to go ahead and get some advice from the universe, please. what does Taurus need to know, please, universe? Can you give us some advice on this situation where I think it needs to be around, because I keep focusing on that Queen of Swords and picking up that vibe of being a little bit critical and judgmental toward people. So can we get some overall advice? But I feel like that's probably what needs to come through. But we'll let the universe decide what it wants to say. Okay. So I have... So it says to not be afraid, not be afraid to love. So I have the Ace of Wands with the Four of Wands and the Lovers card. So how wonderful is that? That tells me that a new passionate love is on the way. And so something that maybe could be potentially lead to something long-term and stable. And then we have the Lovers, which is a choice. And I see, but I see this, it also can be, somebody that we really have feelings for, the desire for, passion for, especially with that Ace of Wands and that passionate new start. But I'm still being drawn back to, you may not have this, this is what the universe is saying is, as the advice that this is what's potentially on its way. This new beginning is available to you, Taurus, but you need to be a little bit cautious of how you're judging people, because that opportunity, that new start, that new beginning may pass you by because you're sitting in that Queen of Swords energy of being a little bit too critical and like looking for the red flags, looking for what's wrong with someone, instead of focusing on the positive. You're focused on the negative of what could go wrong instead of what could go right. And so the universe is saying something can go right if you allow it to go right. So just keep that in mind, Taurus. And I feel like that was really the message that wanted to come through for you, Taurus. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to get these cards a little bit mixed up. A little more mixed up. We're going to go ahead and go on to Gemini. And Gemini, this is a reading for what you need to know right now, as we're letting the universe pull in some cards to tell us a story and let the universe tell us what each sign needs to know right now. So what does Gemini need to know right now, universe? What do you want to talk to them about? This is your open venue to tell the Gemini folks out there, whoever watches this video, what they need to know. What do you need to know? And please, if you like this, please like and subscribe to my channel, because it just helps this video circulate so more people get the opportunity of getting these messages. This is free for everyone. I do this as just to, just for myself and for others. It's my way of giving back, I enjoy doing them. I enjoy the energy that I get off of reading the cards and using my gifts to help other people. So what I see for you, Gemini, is that you have really, really been doing a little bit of soul searching. It looks like that you've been doing some inner work, some soul searching, definitely. Yeah. So, interesting. Okay. So I have if you've watched any of my readings before, I keep my cards in the upright. I don't typically read reversals unless they come through, because I keep all my cards upright. And when I'm doing it. So if a card comes through in reverse, there's usually a reason it will, and then I will read it as a reversal. So I'm saying that because you did, Gemini, get a card in reverse in your reading, in your spread here. So we're going to go ahead and look at the cards and see what's the story that the universe is trying to talk about for you, Gemini. And so I see that you're examining, I see you really have taken the time to go inside, taken, time to yourself to really think about what love is for you. What does love really mean for you? Or just, yeah, because you start the reading with this Queen of Cups. So you have all this love, Gemini, so much love. And it's not necessarily in this reading, in this spread, there's nothing indicating this is centered around a specific person. I see this as just a more general, you are trying, the message or story that's coming through, Gemini, is that you have taken time to go inside and really think about what love means to you. Because I have the Hierophant, I have the Hermit, I have the High Priestess. So you're using, your intuition and your wisdom, and took that time to go into Hermit and really think and contemplate about your love, and where you want to give it, what you want to do with it, what type of relationships do you want to nurture in your life, and where do you want to put that energy? I see you sitting in this very good energy, Gemini, of the Queen of Cups that's kind of almost clarified with the Nine of Pentacles. So it's that very, very independent, very full of love, but kind of, you're sitting in an energy of wanting to give love from a good place, and like not codependent or anything like that you're in a good place and have good intentions when it comes to how you want to give your love to someone else. Now, I see that you're trying to close out some cycles, because I think that obviously something has happened that has got you in this energy, Gemini, of wanting to look and examine how you love and how you want to give your love to someone, your relationships, how do you want to share that love with the world, and that in that context, and you're wanting to close out old cycles. So something's probably happened to make you, either you've had, a history of bad relationships that, and you're going, why do I keep attracting the same people? Why does this keep happening? And so you're looking at this and saying, how do I change this? How do I change, how do I attract someone different? How do I attract what I want? How do I get, find the partner that I want, or the relationships that I want, that I receive as much love as I give out, and I see that, with the world, wanting to close out a cycle, wanting something to change, wanting something new to begin. But your desire for something new and change is kind of hidden a little bit. It's under this moon energy of being hidden a little bit. That, I think that you're contemplating about wanting to be more in a single energy. And I feel this more for, actually it could be for whether you're in a relationship or not, Gemini. I really am picking up on right now you're wanting to be more in an independent mindset, whether, like, even if you're in a relationship, if you're married or whatever, you're wanting more independence within that relationship construct. And if you're single, then, you're not in a rush to get into a relationship per se. Because I really see, like, you're trying to figure things out, like, what you want, you know, or how you know, what type of relationship you want. I see you kind of being a little bit like still trying to work that all out for yourself, like trying to make changes. And how do you communicate that with people? You know, if you make this change and you close out these cycles, how do you then implement them? How do you communicate that? How do you show up in the world to attract the things, communicate in the world to attract the things that you're wanting to attract to yourself, you know, the type of relationships that you're wanting to attract? How do you do that? So that's the stuff that I see you're really, really contemplating. And so the card that showed up in reverse for you is the Four of Cups. So I really see, like you doing this from a very good place. Like you're not doing it from a place of hurt or regret, or, you know, like feeling like you missed out on something. It's just you saying, okay, what do I really want in love or relationships? What do I really want, and how do I then make that happen? How do I communicate that with the world? That's what I really sense is the message for you, Gemini, that wants to come through right now. And so you have the cards, the deck upside down. You have the Eight of Wands, the Empress, and the Two of Pentacles. So I still see that as like you are trying to, you know, I see, Gemini, you as this Empress, but also, you know, wanting to find your Empress, and keep in mind, you know, like gender and that kind of stuff doesn't matter when it comes to, you know, these archetypes. It's just representing an energy. So the Empress energy is somebody that embodies all the qualities of all the queens put together. So they have the resources and the ability and the resources to birth something into the world. They're kind of like the entrepreneurial energy. They, you know, they make things happen. They create things, you know, they, you know, they're like, know their worth. They know what they want. And I see, you know, the advice that universe is kind of saying is, you know, you do know what you want, and you do know how to communicate that. Because I have, you know, in Gemini, you're a great communicator. So the universe is just saying, you do know what you want, and you do know how to communicate it, you know. So, you know, kind of stop being on the fence and being undecisive about this, because you do know. You do know. So I think that's the message that wanted to come through. So that was the advice, is you know, you've got this, Gemini. You know what you want. All you need to do is just go after it. Communicate, because that's your strong point. That's your sign's supposed to be good at communication. So use that natural born gift that you have for communication, Gemini, and tell, you know, go out there and talk to people and find what you want, because you know what it is you want. You just got to talk to people and find it. Get out there in the world and find it, you know. Boy, they wanted to talk fast. Cancer, cards want to come out already. Haven't even get started. Okay, so hello, Cancer. This is what you need to know right now. We're letting the universe say whatever they want to say to each and every sign, what they want to tell them right now for this upcoming week. If you like these messages, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channels. Because both will help my channel grow and get out there to more people, so more people get to enjoy these messages and maybe benefit from them, which is extremely important. So because it just helps more people, you know. So what's the story we got today for you, Cancer? Let's see. So it looks like you're really on the precipice of wanting to take a chance on something, but a little torn. I see, yeah, you're wanting to move. You're definitely wanting to move towards something, take a chance and move towards something, but you're a little bit a little bit worried that there might be, okay, so this is definitely around a person, because I have the Two of Cups here ending the spread. So I see you, Cancer, as yeah, wanting to work with this, but feeling like there's some toxic patterns that might be a little bit of immaturity. And this is around somebody that there's been some distance between you and them, and there's been distance because there's been what you feel is kind of some immaturity, some in the relationship, that's caused a little bit of toxicity in a sense, like just this person has, or it could be you. I feel like it's in the relationship in general. Like it's not necessarily one person or the other necessarily. There's just been some, like when you're together, like it kind of brings out maybe a little bit of the worst in each other, that causes these like kind of a little bit of toxic patterns. I almost picking up on a little bit of codependency. Like I said, kind of a little bit of immature, dependent energy. And because of that, that's what's kind of caused that toxicity. But I see, like you wanting to move toward this person or thinking about taking a chance or thinking about moving toward this person, but you haven't yet, like you haven't yet. And because there is distance and you're not completely sure if that's something you want to do, and you're not sure if this person has healed yet and got rid of, like they've done the work that to resolve, anything that might have caused these problems in the past. Because not only do I you have the Seven of Swords here, but that Seven of Swords is almost like, with the cards around it, because the Six of Swords is here too, but it's like kind of that, like I said, I feel that almost like you don't know if that person has moved away from that kind of sneaky defensive behavior, that kind of needy, in a sense, a little bit needy behavior, is what I'm feeling for you, Cancer. So what advice can we give Cancer, please, universe? What advice can we give Cancer on this situation, please? Okay, it says that you need to take some, there needs to be more healing done. And I see that you were, I even said that it felt like you were wondering, you were kind of on the fence on moving toward this person, that you kind of wanted to, but you didn't know if this behavior that's caused this little bit of toxicity in this relationship had been healed, or is gone now. And I'm seeing that it's not quite, that there's still some healing that needs to be done, because I got the Four of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and then the Nine of Cups. So there's still some healing that needs to be done. I feel like that you still need to hold back. That's that Four of Cups. That's that kind of, you know, being a little bit closed off, holding back. And I see the universe saying, yeah, now might not be the right time yet, for, you know, to get that wish fulfilled, to get that Nine of Cups. It's not the right time because there's still some healing that needs to be done around this relationship, Cancer. So that's what I have for you. So we're going to go ahead and move on to Leo and see what Leo needs to know right now. Hi, my Leo people. I'm so glad that you could join me. And we're going to go ahead and see what the universe wants to tell you right now, what you need to know. And see what you need to know. So I'm kind of doing this with each sign, telling each sign, you know, like this is a general message, you know, what you need to know right now. And if you like this message, since I know a lot of people, these are time stamped, and so people tend to just go possibly watch their sign and that's it of the video, which is absolutely fine. But if you like this message, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more stuff like this, hit that subscribe button because it helps my channel grow and circulate. So more people, it just lets more people get to see these messages and enjoy them and get the wisdom and knowledge out of them. It helps benefit them as well as you. And it also, you know, you're sharing your energy with me so that I pick up on your energy for future readings. So that means that the energy, you know, when I do these readings, they may align a little more closely or resonate a little bit more with you because I'll be picking up on your energy because you've now shared it with me. So let's go ahead. We're going to see. Haven't had any cards come up, you know, yet. So we're just going to keep on shuffling. What did the universe, what does Leo need to know right now? What do you want to tell Leo? We're just letting you talk. Universe, whatever you want to tell them right now that they need to know on this upcoming week. Okay, there's some cards. There we go. There we go. Got so far some energy of moving away from something that you invested a lot of time and energy and work into. You invested a lot and that left you feeling out in the, like, a little bit sad. You know, it was definitely around a relationship, even though these messages don't necessarily need to be around a relationship. A lot of relationships are coming through for this week. So, yeah, you're definitely sitting, Leo, you're sitting in some regret and sadness around a situation or a love situation, something that was important to you. I have the Lovers here, because you didn't gain the clarity that you needed. You know, like, I feel that this person wasn't good at communicating, you know, but they do spy on you. There's been a lot of spying in this relationship back and forth. And I think it's because there hasn't been the communication, because the only card that I have, like, really that talks about communication on this table right now is the Ace of Swords, and it's in reverse because swords are usually communication, or being up in your head. It's usually mental, you know, it can be depending on the card. But I don't see any cards at all really of communication whatsoever on the table. So what I do see though is this story that's telling me that you and this person really had a breakdown in communication. You guys were not able to communicate well with each other, but there has been a lot of time invested in this relationship, because you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So there's been a lot of time and work and, you know, a lot of investment in this relationship. And it caused you to have to go in search, this Eight of Cups, go in search of your wish for fulfillment somewhere else, you stepping into this Empress energy and finding your wish fulfillment somewhere else, because there's been no communication, so you're like, well, I guess this is over because there's no communication. So I'm just going to, and I haven't got any clarity about what's going on, so I guess I just need to move on. That's the energy that I'm picking up for Leos right now, is this energy of just wanting to move on with their life, wanting to go take their cute little Leo behinds, and all their passionate energy, toward the sun, toward their happiness, their wish fulfillment, going to find that somewhere else, because they're tired of waiting. They're growing impatient and tired of waiting on whoever this is to communicate or to resolve the conflict that is here, because I see conflict and regret and sadness, and a lot of it is just because it's that time that you invested. I see around it that sadness and regret around the time and energy and effort that was put into this, that didn't result in anything because there's been no communication, and you're like, okay, well, if this is the way it's going to be, this is the way it's going to be, and I'll just have to move on. And that's what I see as your energy, Leo. So what, universe, you want to go ahead and give Leos some advice, please? Give our Leos some advice, please. So what should they do? What advice do they need? And I don't call out signs like a lot of readers do. And the reason I don't call out signs is because you could end up with every sign on the table. So, and cards really just, they really capture energy. So someone, like, yeah, you could say the Lovers, oh, it's Gemini, but I see that as like, it's somebody encompassing that energy or at that time period. It's like, somebody could not be a Taurus, but but sitting in the energy of the Hierophant, so they're encompassing those qualities, those, in themselves at that moment in time. So I don't tie things to signs. I think, like, I know a lot of people like to know the signs, that are involved, but your story, you're the one watching this, who you're tied to, where you're, who you're energetically tied to, who you've been in relationships with, who's in your life, that, so who this is about, what you're coming here for to get, and who you might be, trying to get answers about. So do you really need to know the sign? I don't think so. So I know I'm telling you off a little bit, Leo, and I don't know why, but I'm guessing somebody needed to hear that because I didn't say it for any other sign. So I've got the High Priestess, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So it's, before you take action toward anything, because like I said, I see you moving on to greener pastures, so to speak, or feeling like you need to move on. It's saying use your intuition before you move towards something, and when you're moving toward whatever you're moving toward, as you're moving towards something new, make sure you're moving towards something. Use your intuition to make sure you're moving towards something that has stability and truth around it. That's what I'm really getting, because that's one of the things that you didn't have as clarity in this situation. I mean, not necessarily you didn't have the truth, but you didn't have clarity, and that Knight of Swords can talk to that clarity, of knowing what you want, knowing what you're looking for, and having that clarity, when you're trying to move towards something that will bring you stability, and then using your intuition to discern what that is, Leo. Because Leos are typically overall, Leos are known to be highly intuitive. So you know what you know, Leo. So just trust your intuition to guide you toward what is your stability. To as you're walking in a new direction, trust your intuition to send you in the right direction, to find the things that are going to lead you toward your stability and the clarity you need in whatever you're moving toward, because you're just moving in a new direction, whether that's in love or not. I mean, lovers were on the table, but I felt that being more a past energy, more than necessarily new. And there wasn't anything like on the table. The only ace was that Ace of Swords in reverse. So there wasn't anything indicating that like something new is getting ready to take start, that there's a new beginning of some kind. It's more just the energy on the table. The story it wanted to tell you, Leo, is that, of what to do in that, walking away energy as you're deciding to move away from a situation towards something else, but not necessarily something else being there. So now we're going to go on to Virgo. So Virgo, this is what you need to know right now, Virgo, where I'm asking the universe what you need to know, and I'm letting it tell me whatever wants to come through, whatever it wants to tell me. And my cards are like all kinds of messed up today. So I'm not feeling these as a reversal energy, but they're wanting to pop up. Every time I turned the deck around, it kept wanting to give them all to me in reverse. I'll see how it feels, but I don't feel this one. I feel does need to be in reverse. Okay, I'm going to read that one as reverse because I am feeling the reversal energy off of that. So Virgo. Well, I guess the universe wants to talk about relationships today because everything is coming up with relationships. Now, this is definitely, Virgo, I see this as not, so this is interesting. I see that you try to move toward someone that you wanted a new stable beginning with, and you were hoping to find victory in this situation, Virgo, and seek some clarity. And we're hoping for victory and happiness in this situation. I mean, you went into this with good intentions when you moved toward this person, or your energy did, Virgo. You moved toward this person, but you didn't have the new beginning that you were hoping you would. You didn't have the success, like you wanted a successful, happy new beginning, but that happy, successful new beginning didn't quite happen the way that you thought it was going to. And so it's requiring you to have some patience and try and gain a new perspective around the situation. Because this is around a soulmate. I'm getting soulmate energy, 2 cups off of that. I mean, it's a significant relationship for you. And I see that you have every night on the table. So you literally have every night on the table right now, Virgo. So, but I see, so you're definitely wanting to move, you're wanting movement. But you're kind of being forced. You're being kind of forced to take a seat and be in this hangman energy. Your angels, your spirit team, this is, with temperance, it can talk about patience. So I feel this is like, and this guy's sitting down. So I'm kind of feeling like, you're wanting to move because you've got all the cards of movement and you're just wanting to move. You're wanting to do something. You're wanting to move. And you're wanting success and happiness, but you're being almost forced to sit in the corner in a timeout is the energy I'm getting. You're almost being forced to sit and take a moment of reflection and try and get a new perspective. And I don't think you're wanting to. I think you're almost being forced because you're being given almost no other choice but to sit and look at the situation, because you're not being allowed. You're wanting to move, but I feel like for some reason you're not being allowed to move. And because I'm really drawn to the Four of Cups and Temperance, and both of these people are sitting down. And then, this hangman energy of needing to gain a new perspective. So I really, that's what I feel like, you're being told to sit down and take a time out. This person can almost be like that, like she's in a timeout, so to speak, like, or she's been punished in a way in a timeout. But that's what I'm really, really feeling, Virgo. And I can see, I feel the frustration. I feel your frustration because you just want to go. You're just wanting to go, to move, and you're not being allowed to move. You're in the stuck energy. You're stuck and you don't like it. You're not liking the fact that you're stuck and you're not moving forward and you're not having the new beginning that you're wanting to get. So what's the advice that we have for Virgo, please? Universe, what advice do you have for Virgo? Can you give us a little bit of advice, please? What advice can you share with us, please? Okay. No, that's not it. That's it. Okay. That's... Okay, I feel like it's those three cards. Okay. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. So, again, this is a Six of Swords is a card of movement. Like I said, I feel like this movement every time like you're wanting to move, but that is met with resistance. That movement, every time you want to try and go forward, you get met with this Five of Swords energy, this resistance. And it's not you're feeling stuck. That, Two of Pentacles can be like, it's indecision, but it's also, kind of trying to bring things into balance. Like I really feel this stuck energy around you. And it's driving you batty, Virgo. It's driving you batty because you just want to move. You want things to change. You're desperately wanting things to move because you are stuck and you don't like it. You're not liking it at all. Like I said, you feel like you're being punished almost because you can't move forward. But you need to know that you do have the power to change things. But it's when you gain that new perspective, Virgo, is when things are going to move and change for you. It's, the universe is telling you that you kind of need to get that. There's a new perspective you need to gain before you're going to be able to have this new beginning, this Ace of Pentacles new beginning, because that came out in the reverse. This was the card that I felt that came out in the reverse that needed to be the reversal, because you're not having that new beginning, the new beginning that you want to have, the new stable beginning you want to have. It's not happening for you because you're stuck right now. And so it's requiring you to gain a new perspective before you're going to be able to move and make something happen for yourself. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Okay. So Libra. Hello, my Librans. How are you this fine day. And hopefully it is fine for you wherever you are in the world. So this is going to be my Librans. This is going to be your what do you need to know right now for this upcoming week, whatever the universe wants to tell us, and share with your sign and see what story that the universe wants to tell us right now. And if you like this message, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, because it helps circulate my videos so that more people see them, and it just gives the ability to help more people in the world. By you helping me, you help other people too. So that is a great exchange of energy. So that, and not only are you helping me help others, but you're also sharing your energy with me, so that in future readings, I'll pick up on your energy and these messages may resonate more closely with you, potentially in the future. So, what I have for you, Libra, is you have been using your intuition to figure out what the heck you want, what your star path is, what you want out of life. What is your happiness? What is your Ten of Pentacles? Where should you have your new beginning in love? You're contemplating these things and you're using your intuition to do it. I see you looking at all your options and examining that, like, how do I cut out the toxicity that I have in my life, the things that are not bringing me happiness, that are not bringing me joy. How do I get those out of me? You're using your intuition to say, how do I get that out of my life so that I can move toward what brings me happiness? What is it that brings me happiness, and how do I move toward that? How do I move toward that? How do I have that new beginning in love that's going to bring my happiness? And this doesn't necessarily, just because this is the Ace of Cups, it doesn't have to be necessarily a relationship. This is, it is what we love, but it's what you love for yourself, because it can be a relationship, because that might be what your happiness is. That might be what your soul path is, or what your star is, where you're guided to. It might be a relationship, but it may not. So just keep that in mind. It can be either or, because I'm not picking that up as a definite relationship energy. So that's why I'm saying that. So I definitely see you. That's what I'm feeling. But you're sitting in a little bit of indecision yet on how you're going to obtain the stability in the direction that you need to go for your happiness. Like, you're still trying to figure that out a little bit, Libra, of what that is for you. You're still, trying to use your intuition and look out at where you're going. And you're definitely trying to cut out anything that does not serve you and does not bring you happiness. And so you're kind of like almost going along like on this trial and error of what, trying to, because I definitely see like you have the Ace of Swords that is looking at and examining the Devil, the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups energy. So like anything that makes you feel like left out in the cold, or makes you feel regret, or makes you feel sadness, or makes you feel like angry or toxic, in behaviors, or anything that's not suiting you. Toxicity could just be something that doesn't work with you, because it makes it toxic, because it's conflict in a sense. It's something that's not good for you per se. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong, good or bad. It just means that it's not right for you. It doesn't sit well for you. It's something that makes you act in a way that you don't want to act, or someone is acting towards you in a way that you don't like. So that can, it can mean lots of things. I mean, some people read it as, it can be a card of addictions even, but I'm getting that it's more that, like the story I'm feeling is that it's this, you know, you're sitting in that Queen of Swords energy, using your intuition to cut out and remove anything from your life that is not bringing you your happiness and your 10 of Pentacles and this happy new beginning that you're striving for. That's what I really am picking up for you, Libra. So let's go ahead and get our advice from the universe. And what does the universe want to tell us, please? So let me get more cards with that because, well, so, okay, so it's those two. Okay. Got it. So let's see. The cards we have for the advice from the universe is the Death, the Queen of Wands, and Justice. So, you know, I see this almost, you know, definitely correlating back to this reading, that the universe is saying, you know, the death, you know, cutting out, you know, letting go of anything that is not bringing that justice, that balance into your life. And I think I feel like the Queen of Wands has got it's giving me a message of kind of a twofold, like of it's knowing what you desire and then going after it. You know, like the Queen of Wands is definitely fiery, and they, you know, they're passionate and they go after what they want, you know. And I feel that you know, that's definitely like the energy that you're trying to embrace, to figure out what it is you want, you know, and have that desire to go after it, so that you can just, you know, you can basically balance out a situation. But if this is around a person, because it could be around a person, but I'm not seeing any relationship cards on the table. But you know, justice can speak to legal matters as well. So there might be, if you're dealing with legal matters, it might be resolving and coming to an end. You might be seeing the end of that, you know, that, but I really see this death card as of that, you know, you letting go or ending things that aren't, you know, that aren't serving you, that aren't, you know, it isn't bringing this balance to your life, you know, that isn't serving you. And actually, I think, if I'm correct, I think it's a justice. I think Libra, I think that's your card actually too, which is you standing, you know, like going after what you want, cutting out whatever doesn't suit you and going after what you want, which is what I said the reading was about. And I think the universe just, basically the advice was what I was saying, and they were just reinforcing the message that I already passed along, kind of like confirming, yes, that was the message, kind of giving me that verification. Yeah, that was the message that they needed to know. So I don't know that was more for you or for me, but but it was a confirmation that I shared the right message with you, is what I feel like that was saying. Libra. Okay, so now let's see. Who do we have up after Libra? Scorpio? So Scorpio's next. Hello, Scorpio. How are you today? So we're here to ask the universe what you need to know right now for this upcoming week, what the universe wants to share with each and every sign, and see just what message, what story that the universe wants to share with you today. For this upcoming week. And it can be anything that the universe wants to talk about. I leave it open, so it's not necessarily around love or whatever. It's just whatever the universe feels each sign, you know, needs to know. It picks up on whatever energy it needs to share with either whoever may watch. I put the intent in these videos of for whoever. These messages are for whoever watches this video, because I don't have a lot of subscribers and followers, which also brings me to, If you do like this message, please feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel, because by doing so, it actually shares this with other people. You know, it helps because by liking in this video, it helps the circulation of the video. My videos get out to more people, so it helps. Not only is it helping you by getting to watch this video, but it also in return, circulates the video, so it helps other people too, because then other people can see the messages and it might help them as well. So by helping me, you're helping others, as not only yourself, but others as well. So keep that in mind. So I hope that you do like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to see it grow. But as I said, like right now, since my channel is small, I leave these messages open with the intent that whoever sees these videos is who it's for. These messages are for. And the universe knows. They know who's going to be drawn to these videos and who's going to watch them. So the story I have for you, Scorpio, you pulled your own card. I have the death card here, death and rebirth. So I really see you standing in your power. And you have ended something, but you need to be cautious, Scorpio, because even though you are sitting in this Empress energy, you are being a little critical. I see you being defensive. I see you being guarded, defensive, and a little bit critical. Like really wanting to cut things out. But I also see I see a pair here, because we have both on bookending. I have the Empress and the Emperor bookending this reading. And not only do I have those bookending my main line, but we also have the King and Queen of Swords. So there is definitely couple energy here. This is definitely couples. But the way these cards came out, the King and Queen of Swords, they came out this way, where their backs are turned to each other. They have their backs turned to each other. That's the way they came out, in the order they came out. Their backs are turned to each other. And the cards between these, are the Queen of Wands and the Judgment. So what I'm getting here is someone might have been doing a little bit of flirting, which got somebody a little bit uptight. And so I see, you wanting things to work out. You're wanting things to work out, Scorpio, in this situation. And I don't know whether this is an established relationship for you or if it's a new relationship. I don't feel this is new or really new. I feel like this is somebody that you're established with in some way. Either it's a relationship, situationship, somebody that you're, that is, you feel as a divine counterpart. These can be a power couple. You have the Emperor and Empress, but I also see almost this, it's not conflict. A control struggle is what I'm feeling. Like that you both can be a little bit sharp with your words. Like Scorpio, you're known to cut people out, that maybe you should, like you're a little bit cold at times, but that those swords energy, the Queen and King of Swords, they can cut people down. They can, be combative in that way with their words, like they can say hurtful things at times. And I see you and this person tend to sometimes say things that get you both defensive, and you both are very can be very stubborn and hard-headed, you know, that I see this kind of butting heads a little bit. But I mean, I don't see conflict as much as like fighting arguments type thing. I see it as like using words, and the things that you say can or the actions that you take are kind of like to cut the other person down or make them feel bad, you know, like that you can just be mean sometimes. You both can be mean to each other sometimes, you know. Like I said, I don't see it as like conflict is like arguing. I don't see like arguing. I see it as more just saying something or doing something to just be mean to each other at times, and it's because you're both trying to control the situation. You both want that control, and there's kind of a power struggle dynamic going on, and you're both wanting victory over the situation. But because you're both like, it's almost like you're competing against each other a little bit, you know, like you're competing. That's what I'm really picking up, is the story that wants to be told. So can we get some advice around this relationship? I mean, because obviously this person is significant to Scorpio, because like I said, this is you've got the partnering cards, like the Emperor and Empress. So you both are, you know, you both can be very strong-willed. You know, you both know what you want, and you aren't afraid to speak your minds. With the Queen and King of Swords, you're not afraid to speak your mind in the situation, but it's definitely causing some issues because you're both pretty defensive. And it's causing you, Scorpio, to have to really think about and use your intuition sometimes on how you handle things in this situation. So the universe's advice is the six of Pentacles and the Death again, and the Tower. So you all need to give, you need to find an equal give and take in this. So I'm really feeling as what needs to end is this power dynamic. You guys need to stop competing with each other, stop cutting each other down and hurting each other with words, getting each other worked up and defensive. That needs to end. That, you know, you need to both give freely and flow and give this equal give and take flow. That Six of Pentacles talks about giving, but it also talks about, you know, reciprocity in that equal give and take, that equal balance, equal balance of energy. And like I said, you both right now are trying to fight to be in control. So you need to learn how to work together. You need to end this need of being in control of the situation and start giving more and find a way to end this unequalness of that control dynamic. That power struggle between you needs to end, because if it doesn't, this is coming crumbling down. This is just going to come crumbling down. You're not going to have this victory that you're both wanting in this situation. It's not going to happen unless this power dynamic this power struggle between you two comes to an end. So that is the advice. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me, those that did. I appreciate you very much. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to Sagittarius. Yeah, Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. My Sagittarius people out there, for those that watch this, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. This is what you need to know this week. We're just letting the universe share and talk to us about whatever it wants to tell, whatever story it wants to tell each and every sign. And you are up, Sagittarius. So we're asking the universe what you need to know this coming week, what the universe wants to talk to you about. It may be something you know or don't know. You know, this is to meant, you know, like if the story, you know, it may be something you already know. And if you do know, that means that the cards are resonating with you. The story is resonating with you, which means it's your story. So that means that it's on track, you know, but you might gain a little bit out of that story that you maybe didn't know. So that's one way you know, like the story, like when tarot readers pull cards, if it's resonating with you, what's being said or the cards being pulled, the story is resonating with you, that means that it may be your story and that you probably should pay attention because it's resonating with you. So the other thing I want to share is if you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, because when you hit that like button, it helps my videos circulate to more people. So by helping me, you help other people, because then other people get the opportunity to get these messages as well. So, and I'm trying to grow my channel, and my intent on doing these, when I set the intention for these readings, it is right now, because my channel is so small and I'm still trying to grow it, is whoever watches these videos, that it's meant for whoever watches these videos, because the universe is smart enough to know who is going to watch it. So, Sagittarius, the story we have for you today is one of wanting things to change, wanting change, and really trying to seek it out. I see you wanting to express love. You're wanting love. You're wanting love, Sagittarius. You're wanting love. You're wishing for love. You're looking. You're hoping for a passionate new beginning. You're wanting something new to happen. You're wanting things to change, and you're looking, trying to gain a perspective on, you're really thinking about what makes you happy, and how I see there's nothing about a relationship specifically on this table for you, Sagittarius. What I do see is that you are trying to gain the strength to, almost like you've been in some rough energies, Sagittarius, that you're, and I'm going to say this because I'm feeling it, is that you've been a little bit depressed. Okay. You've been sitting in some depression. I'm really feeling that you've been depressed, down. And you've been trying to gather the strength to get out of that. You're trying to get back to feeling good. And the reason I see this is because, usually I read the sun as your happiness, you're looking for your happiness, but I feel that, you are, you're trying to gather the strength to get back to feeling happy again, because between the strength and the sun card are the 5 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. So something has really been a burden to you that has got you down. I feel that dark energy. So you have these darker energies, those grays, the darker energies between, between the strength and the sun. So I see this as you're trying to get the strength to overcome this kind of depression or down. I'm really getting almost down on a little bit of down on yourself. And I'm just going to say it because it's what I'm feeling. It's what I'm not going to hold back. I'm just going to tell the truth of what I'm feeling here is, and I want you to know, I'm not licensed to help you. So if you do feel like you have some depression or are feeling depressed, please seek help if you need to. Please. I wouldn't want anyone to struggle or something to happen if you're not able to get up the strength that you need to get out of this energy, because I really, like I said, I really feel like I'm really picking up on this strong desire and trying to have this, like really having to use a lot of strength to to bring yourself up from I like this pit, because I'm really being drawn to this, like this abyss, this pit, this darker energy, with it sitting right there of the sun, of wanting to, even like she's like trying to reach, she's trying to reach and reach for that sun, trying to reach for that happiness, to be happy again, and it's requiring a lot of strength, Sagittarius. So if this is you, because you're wanting this will to change, you're wanting things to change, you're very, you know, and I see this as hoping, you're hoping and praying, to feel good again, to feel good again, to be happy again. It's a little bit dark, I know, Sagittarius, but that's what I'm picking up, so it's what I have to read. So if it's you that's sitting in this energy, no, it can get better. Please have faith that it will. Things will get better. Everything changes. Just because things seem hard right now for you, know that it's always darkest before the dawn. So when we're at our darkest moments, that's when we learn the most and we gain the most knowledge, and when things really transition and transform for us. You know, things have to end, and they have to come to an end before we can have that new beginning. Things have to, you know, in the night, the darkest time of night is right before the dawn, before the sun comes up. That's the darkest time of the night, because if you look at cycles, everything kind of goes, we all go in cycles. We all have ups and downs. Nobody in life goes through life smooth sailing without problems. We all have ups and downs. So know that you're not alone. You're not alone. Everybody experiences these things from time to time. We all do. We've all had our dark moments. And know that you can get through this. And if you feel like you can't get through this alone, please seek out help. Please seek out someone to help you and someone to talk to help you out of this if you can't get the strength that you need to get up out of this this dark place that you're in, Sagittarius. Because I'm really feeling that. I'm really feeling that kind of a little bit of despair feeling. Which is why I said this needed to come out, even though it's a little bit dark. Yeah, you're feeling like you're just feeling alone, like you're not. So I have the Four of Swords, which is healing, and the Four of Cups, which the Four of Cups is also on the table, and then the King of Pentacles. So to feel, you know, to feel stable again, you know, to feel stable, that stability, you're trying to heal these wounds, whatever they are, you know, that's caused you this burden to get in this dark place. You know, you're definitely needing to rest. I feel that that this has been very hard on you, and it's taking a toll physically on your body. I'm really picking that up right now as the advice the universe is wanting to share with you right now, Sagittarius, as this is sitting, this situation is become such of a burden that it's potentially could be causing some health issues. So please take care of yourself. Like I said, seek help if you need to, whether that be, you know, a counselor or psychiatrist or a doctor, family doctor, anyone, because like I said, I am definitely picking up not only that need to heal, that healing energy, but that there could be some physical issues because of the mental state that you have been in. And that this Four of Cups energy is that feeling like you're missing out on stuff, but I see it as almost feeling like you're not getting the opportunities that you want, like that you feel like things are passing you by, you know, like that you can't take advantage of the opportunities that are presenting themselves to you. Like a little bit of stuck energy. I'm not going to lie. I feel a little bit of stuck energy. Which is why you're probably needing the strength, because you're struggling to get out of this. You're kind of a little bit of stuck. Because like I said, I feel like you're getting presented with opportunities, but you're not feeling like you can take advantage of those opportunities, is what I'm really feeling. So the biggest message I'm getting for advice is take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself, Sagittarius. Do what you need to stabilize yourself and heal. Okay, so I know that was a little bit rough. So since that was a little bit rough, we're going to go ahead and shake out that energy. Shake out that energy. Shake it out. Shake it out. If you're still with me, Sagittarius, shake that energy out. Oh my gosh, shake it out. Shake it out. Know that everything's going to be okay. It will all be okay. It may not seem like it right now. May not feel like it right now, but have hope and faith that it will. It will all turn around. And it's always on the universe's time, because things happen for a reason. We don't always know what the reason is. So we have to have trust and faith that there's a reason behind things happening the way that it's happening for us. So when we have that faith and trust, that's when it's easier to know that everything's going to be okay. It's through that faith and trust that we know that tomorrow is going to be a better day. It's when we don't have that faith and trust, that's when it can be a little bit harder to overcome things. So just keep that in mind. So I really feel like that was the message for Sagittarius. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to Capricorn. And Capricorn, you pulled right out of the gate, the Lovers. So for my Capricorns that are watching this is what you need to know right now. It's just going to be a general reading, whatever the universe wants to talk about right now for your sign, and whatever it wants to tell us that the universe feels that you need to know about whatever situation is going on for you in your life. We're just going to paint our little story here of what you need to know, and see what comes up for you. And if you like this message, please hit that like button and subscribe to my like button. And then you're so moved to do so, subscribe to my channel. It helps my channel grow, which helps circulate these videos. And by helping me, you help other people, because as the video circulates and I get more views and more likes, then more people get to see the messages, and it helps more people. So know, by helping me, you're not only helping yourself, but you're helping other people as well, which is amazing, amazing, amazing. I love how that works. So, so the story I have for you, Capricorn, this is definitely around love, because we had that Lovers card right out of the gate. But I'm not going to lie, these cards overall, you've got a mixed bag, and I am feeling we end the story on the Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, which is not the best energy. So that's definitely conflict that led to some separation at the end of the story. So because there definitely has been some burdens. But I see you, Capricorn, sitting in this. I see you in this Queen of Pentacles energy. But I'm feeling this King of Cups is your partner, or this person that represents your potential love interest. This started out this reading. I see them as sitting in this King of Cups energy, being a little bit closed off emotionally, being a little bit stingy with their love. And you can be too. You can be too, because you're sitting there looking a little bit smug. I'm not going to lie. You're looking a little bit smug there, Capricorn. Both of you are looking a little bit smug, because even this person, the King of Cups, he's looking a little bit smug. Both of you are kind of like not always very sharing with your love energy. I'm not going to lie. You're both, You're like, I'm just over here working on my coin. So you both kind of leave each other a little bit cold, feeling a little bit cold toward each other, because you're doing your own things, like they're holding back and you're not. I don't feel you're purposely holding back, but I think that you just get preoccupied and busy, Capricorn, and because you're preoccupied and busy, that you're busy doing your own thing, and by being busy doing your own thing, you tend to not maybe intentionally, but not give this person your full time and attention. And I don't see you doing it intentionally. I think you just get preoccupied or busy doing things, and because of that, it makes that person, your partner, feel a little bit abandoned, a little bit left out in the cold, a little bit like there's distance between you. You're not as close as you both want to be, and I feel like they pull back their love. That they kind of pull back their love a little bit. That King of Cups pull back their love a little bit when you get preoccupied and busy, and you're not giving them the attention that they feel they need, or want or desire. It could be as simple as, they want more love and attention, but you're a bit too busy, Capricorn. And because you're too busy, that gets them a little bit hurt. And so they pull back as well. And you're both, I see you both as being, like, you both feel like you love one another. You're feeling stable in the relationship. You both love each other. I have, the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles here, and even the 9 of Pentacles of that independent, of both being very independent people, very, I get that more off of you, Capricorn, of being like that busyness. That 9 of Pentacles, I'm really feeling of that kind of, that busyness. But yeah, that's what I'm really picking up. I think that's the story that wants to be told, Capricorn, is that is your challenge right now. Your 5 of Swords is causing conflict. That's the conflict is around what the story I just told is that you, Capricorn, can get too preoccupied and busy, get too distracted, caught up in things, that you forget about your person sometimes. And when you forget about your person, it hurts their feelings, and it causes some distance, a little bit conflict between you both, even though there's a lot of love there. And so it causes you both to be, like, it's like an unintentional foolishness sometimes between you both, because you're both doing it unconsciously to each other, but you're both kind of hurting each other. It's a burden. It's a burden to you both. It definitely is a burden to you both. And you're both wanting happiness. Like I said, you both see each other as, you see the stability in the relationship. You guys have been, I'm feeling this is definitely to a Capricorn that's been in a relationship for a while, because I'm feeling, that stability that's there, that comes from, people that have been together for a while, like you've gotten into a rut and a pattern. This is like a habit that has formed between you, like just your cadence in the relationship, that this is something that has, keeps happening, that over and over again. It's like, because I see that with the 10 of Pentacles, I really feel like you guys have been together for a while, and that this is just how your relationship works, like it's been working this way for a long time. Like it's an established pattern between you both, that Capricorn, you get busy, and when you get busy or distracted or preoccupied, then that kind of hurts your partner, because they're not getting as much attention of your attention as they desire or want, and so they feel a little alone and left out. And when they feel a little bit alone and left out, they close off and pull back their love, which in turn ends up making you pull back and probably sink yourself into other things. and pull, like, not intentionally pull away more. It's just like, oh, well, they don't need my time and attention, so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. It's like you're so distracted that you're not paying attention to your partner's needs and what's going on with them, to address the issue, and so it's kind of snowballing. I see this kind of almost a snowball effect that ends up, causing this distance and conflict between you. I'm not saying it as like heated, necessarily really heated arguments, but just that kind of like both, like that conflict in separation of coldness and distance between each other, kind of thing. But I don't see anyone wanting to change. I mean, I don't see right now in the cards that are on the table for you, Capricorn, I don't see anyone wanting to change this dynamic right now. Like, nobody's looking, you or your partner isn't looking to change the situation. There's no cards of change. There's no cards of wanting to end or cycles or, the wheel. There's nothing to indicate. It just looks like this is the status quo for you and your partner, that this is an ongoing, regular, part of your established relationship dynamic. But like I said, I see it both being a burden for you both, but I don't see anyone wanting to do anything differently to change the situation per se. Like to end it, to change it. I don't see those kind of cards on the table. So let's get some advice and see if they have any advice for this situation. If this resonates with you, because this seems very more specific. It's definitely probably it's not going to resonate with every Capricorn out there. So I'm going to say that right now, because I do feel this is a little more specific. It's geared towards someone that needed to hear this. Because if you're that Capricorn that maybe is not paying attention to your partner, that maybe it's, your partner's trying to get your attention and you're not seeing it. So maybe this is the wake-up call, to say, hey, your partner may be trying to get your attention and you're not seeing that because you're too busy and you're too distracted to notice that your partner's hurting, that you're causing some problems and your partner's hurting. So I feel like that's really the message for whoever this is for. Can I get some advice, please, universe, for Capricorn, please? Can you give me some advice for Capricorn, please, on the situation? Okay, there, finally. So what is that? The King of Cups, which is the King of Cups is your partner, because he came out as the partner. So, and again, Ten of Wands, it's repeating the messages in the spread as the advice card. So this is around your partner, that burden that your partner has. And the Five of Wands, which came out again. These are all cards that were in the spread in the advice. So that it's reinforcing that message. It's just the universe. Their advice is for whoever this Capricorn is. If you're listening to this message and this is resonating with you, the universe is really trying. I love when the advice reflects the same cards but from a different deck. It's saying the message is important, and it also confirms that I'm on the right track with the message, which is, like I said, I felt that King of Wands is your partner, and your partner is experiencing this burden with the dynamic in the relationship. They're maybe not, I don't see them speaking up because I see their defense mechanism is to withdraw and pull back, to be quiet, to withhold their love, to pull back their love, to withhold it, like the King of Cups can do. They can hold back their love. They have a lot of love, but they're kind of holding back on giving it. And expressing it. And this is when this person does this, it becomes a burden to them. And then it causes that conflict, that conflict. So this is really hitting home for a Capricorn. If you are that person that is so preoccupied and distracted with everything in your life except for your partner, and your focus is not on your partner. It's saying maybe you want to, you maybe want to start focusing and giving more attention and time to your partner because they're really wanting that from you. So that's the message that I have for you, Capricorn. So we're going to go ahead and move on to Aquarius, to the Aquariuses. Got one more reading. I'm going to go ahead and pull after this, when I get done with this all signs, I'm going to go ahead and do the, if you watch my channel, I'm going to do the soul weather forecast for this upcoming week as well. So even though I feel like this message, especially the message that came out, I have to take a little break in between because the message for Sagittarius was really hard on me. I feel that energy and it's still affecting me a little bit. I'm trying to clear it out. But I might have to take a minute between these videos before I film that next video. So Aquarius. My water bearers. I am seeing a vision. I'm seeing a vision of somebody holding a pitcher, pouring out water out of a pitcher, which is why I said my water bearer, because that's the image that I'm getting right now, of a pitcher of water or liquid being poured out. And I'm really feeling that is your love being poured out. Like, let me see the story that wants to come out. But Aquarius, if you're watching this, this is what you need to know right now from the universe. We're going to let the universe tell us a little story, whatever they want to share with us, whatever that wants to come through. We're going to see what the universe wants to tell your sign. And then get a few advice cards at the end once we get the story that wants to be told. And if you like this reading, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. It helps my channel grow and circulate to more people. And by helping me, you help other people, not only yourself by getting to hear this message, but you're also, by liking this video and it circulating more, you're helping my channel grow and helping this video get to more people so that it helps other people as well. So by helping me, you're helping others. So keep that in mind. And then, let's see, we're going to go ahead and tell your story here, Aquarius, and what the universe wants to tell you right now. What do you need to know? What do you need to know this upcoming week? And if this message resonates with you, it just means that, that this message is for you. It's meant for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay too, because it means I'm just probably not picking up on your energy, which hitting that like button helps me connect to your energy so that I am more likely to share messages that resonate with you. So that's also beneficial as well. So, Aquarius, the story I have for you is that, okay, spying. Somebody was a little bit foolish. Okay, somebody was spying on someone else. I'm getting a lot of stuff at once. I'm trying to sort through it all. Okay, so I get the message that somebody was spying on someone else. I don't know necessarily, Aquarius, if this was you or your person, or I'm gonna say this is you, Aquarius. But it could be, roles could be reversed, but I feel like this is you. I think you were thinking about getting back together with somebody, a little bit of that sharing, of wanting to come back together, kind of have a reunion with someone, but there was some spying that was done. And when that spying happened, I think someone acted foolishly in some way, shape, or form. Somebody did something very foolish, and it was seen by the other person. And that's what spying, I see somebody saw something happen that was foolish in nature, that caused something to crumble apart. So this reunion, this coming together that you were hoping for, it crumbled. It crumbled apart because somebody saw something that, whether it's you or your person, saw the other person doing something foolish, that made them rethink having this reunion. They really are rethinking it, and you're a little bit defensive, like wanting to bring balance. I see this need for balance and harmony, and so I see, like I said, I see you wanting things to come back together, wanting a reunion, wanting to come back together. But I also feel something happened. Somebody saw something that caused it not to happen. With that tower energy, something happened that was shocking, foolish and shocking, that caused that reunion not to happen. And so it caused you to, and it could be you both, but I feel it's you, Aquarius, to pull back and get on a little bit of a high horse. I'm really picking that up is a smugness, of almost like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, this doesn't surprise me, but it did. It was like, it was surprising, but not at the same time. Like, it was like, because that tower's there, so it was kind of a surprise, but not at the same time, not. It was just like, I don't know that, like I said, that it was like witnessing, I'm really getting that, witnessing something that, that you can't unsee, that caused this, like, holding back and just deciding not to have that reunion. That maybe it wasn't a good time. It wasn't the right time for that to happen, because it wasn't going to be like whatever it was that happened. And I'm going to say it because I'm picking it up, that it could have been around seeing someone with someone else, because I'm really picking that up. Because I have the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, but I'm feeling those are two different energies. So I think that it was around seeing someone with someone else, and that was off-putting. That's what kind of caused that tower moment of like, oh, are they with someone else? Because they did that spying and they wanted to come together. They wanted to have a new beginning. But instead of, instead of approaching the person, you got, you judged it right off the situation, right off the bat, without asking any questions. It's like almost assuming that they were with someone else, because of the spying that you were doing or what you saw. You just assumed they were with somebody else, and that assuming, kind of judging them without knowing the facts kind of thing is what I'm really picking up, is the story that wants to come out. And because of that, now you're sitting in this guarded place of not wanting to communicate or not have this reunion with this person because you're sitting in this energy of holding back, because of what happened, because of what you saw. Like I said, I feel like this is probably you that saw something and had that tower moment that made you, pull back and hold back and say, So can we get advice on this situation, please, universe? Because I feel like that's the story that needs to be told to you, Aquarius. So I had the Judgment, which is also in your spread. And I saw that as you, like I read that as you, that assumption of wanting to judge this person without getting the facts is what I saw that as, that Judgment. Because you also have the Justice on the table as well. So I saw that Judgment and Justice is you swinging that gavel and assuming that whatever transpired, you believe that it's a certain way without getting the facts. It's just assumed it was judging that person without getting the facts. So we have the Judgment, the Ten of Cups, and the Hanged Man. So it's telling me, like I said, because this is reinforcing that Judgment card where I picked up assumptions. So I'm really getting up the message from the universe as that you shouldn't judge this person. If you want this Ten of Cups, your happiness, this can be a dream, a fantasy, and what you imagine, not necessarily in the real world, but something you dream to be your happiness. But if you want your happiness with this person, because this is, the person, you and the person together, which is what I opened the reading up, as I saw you wanting a reconciliation with this person, wanting to get together. These two people on this card are sitting down having a drink together. They're sharing, maybe not having a drink. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see those small things, but they're sharing something together, with the house and the rainbow in the background. So, they've definitely come together on this card. So if you want to come together with this person, it's going to require you to gain a new perspective on what you saw, which is saying to me, don't make assumptions and judge someone when you don't have the facts. So you need to gain a new perspective, get the truth, don't judge the person, so get in this Hangman energy and get a new perspective. Look at it differently. Hangman to me is a new perspective, looking at things differently than you're looking at them currently, needing to look at something from a different angle, a different way, because Hangman's upside down. They're looking at things from a different viewpoint. So you need to look at things from a different viewpoint. Whatever you saw, whatever transpired that made you not want to reconcile with this person because you assumed something that maybe or maybe is not true, you need to get a different perspective, which is I'm thinking is you need to find out the truth, in the situation before you call judgment on it. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed that message. If you did, please hit that like button. As I said, it helps my channel grow and helps me by helping out. It helps not only me, but it helps others. You get to help others as well if my words want to come out. If my words want to come out, if my mouth only wants to work. Okay, yay. Okay, we're done. And on to Pisces. Pisces. My fishies. My wonderful fishies. And most people don't know this about me. Actually, I don't know that I've shared it with anyone, but my North Node is in Pisces. And also, one of my parental units is also a Pisces as well. So I have some experience with Pisces in my life. A little bit. Especially with my North Node, which is your life purpose being in Pisces. My life purpose, my North Node being in Pisces. So that's important to me. So Pisces, what does the universe want to tell you right now? What do you need to know? What do you need to know? Universe, what does Pisces need to know? What's the story you would like to share with them right now? What would you like to tell them? What story would you like to give that they need to know? What do they need to know right now? So Pisces, if you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. It helps my channel grow. And by helping my channel grow and this video circulate more, you not only help me, but you get to help others, because by hitting that like button and the video circulating more, other people get to see this video as well. More people get to see it. And when more people get to see it, it helps them. You know, it has the opportunity to give them the messages they need to hear and help them as well as it may be helping you. So I hope you keep that in mind as you're watching this, and understand that not every message is going to resonate with you. Not all messages resonate with everyone. There's a lot of people in the world, but I do put the intention in these videos, since my since my channel's new and I don't have a lot of following on this channel yet. I put the intention out that whoever watches, it's for whoever watches this video, because the universe does know who is going to watch it. You know, they are smart. They know what's going to happen, which is why we ask them advice, because they know what's going to happen. So, that's why we're asking them what you need to know, because they know. So, Pisces, what is your story? What is the story that wants to come out for you today, for this coming week? What do you need to know? What does Pisces need to know? So, I have, okay, Pisces, it looks like to me okay, you tried a little bit too hard to have a new beginning in love, or move towards someone to try and have a new start in love. Or maybe you had somebody approach you in love, or a new opportunity in general, but you were came on a little bit too strong. I see that you came on a little bit too strong, and it caused some it's not separation. That's not what I'm feeling. I'm getting a weird feeling off of this Nine of Wands, because it's like because I'm also not feeling this is necessarily a relationship. So that's where it's a little tricky, because I'm not feeling this, at least the message is when it comes through, because this might be more general for more people, and not necessarily more specific in nature, that this is not. It may be a love situation for some people, but for some people, it's not necessarily a love situation. So I'm having to be a little bit more cautious with the way I'm reading the cards, because I feel like it can be either or, depending on who is watching this. It can be both. But what I'm feeling is that whatever this new beginning, new start, whether it was an opportunity presented to you or a new start you were trying to start for yourself, you came on a little bit too much, a little bit too strong, Pisces, and that caused I'm going to say barrier, because that's what it's the only thing I can get that's coming through that's more generic, because I don't see that it went away. I don't see this. I don't see the opportunity, the person, the opportunity, the whatever this is, that it went away. I just see a little bit closed off to you right now. And so, like, say if it's not love, if it's a job, or like you were trying to buy a car or buy a house, or like I said, or it's a job, you know, if it's something that's not love, or not a person per se, you didn't it didn't resolve. Like there's still like there ended up being some by that Nine of Wands, what I'm feeling, and with the Hermit energy there with it, that the way you went about in trying to do this or gain this thing caused it not to complete, it not to happen, caused a little bit of a barrier from obtaining that victory you were looking for. And like I said, I don't feel it went away. So like if you're trying to get a job, I don't feel that job offer went away. I just feel that there is now maybe a roadblock, a hurdle. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I was trying to pick up. Just had to talk it through. A hurdle or a barrier, that kind of, and that's why I said a barrier. I feel like it's a hurdle or a roadblock that is just like a bump in the road that it caused toward that victory, you know? So it's not like it completely ended or it completely went away. It just, by your approach, it caused this roadblock or this speed bump or, you know, like in the road toward getting that victory. And because that happened, and you didn't get it right away because this roadblock, or not, I don't, like I said, it's not really a block, but the speed bump or hurdle got in the way. It caused you to start overthinking things and get up in your head and overthink things. And you started to rethink things a little bit, you know, like, and start wondering whether you really wanted to have this new beginning or not. You know, like, or you really wanted this opportunity or not. It made you start doubting whether you really wanted it or not. And so it kind of put you in this place of insecurity about the situation, is what I'm really picking up by the cards in the bottom row, the clarifying cards. It's the overarching story was like, whatever it is you tried to bring into your life to start new, whether that be a person or a situation or whatever, it caused this speed bump in the way, and when that speed bump happened, it made you insecure about obtaining victory in the situation. But know that it is still there and it is still an option for you, Pisces. I don't see anything saying that it's ended or that there's conflict around it that it potentially could end. I see it as, you know, you looking at, because now you're insecure about the situation and potentially gaining this victory over the situation, that you're starting to doubt yourself. Like you're starting to feel a little bit insecure in yourself. It's like it knocked you down a peg a little bit. And now you're not sure how to move. That Hermit energy, you're kind of not sure where to go or how to approach this now. But you're trying to figure out how. You know, you're in that Hermit with the Magician, you're trying to figure out how, but you are feeling some insecurity now because it didn't happen the way you wanted it to, and it did make you a little insecure. I'm feeling that insecurity through that Page of Cups, that you're feeling insecure. So what's our advice, please, for Pisces? Can you please give me some advice for Pisces, please, universe? Some advice about the situation that has them feeling up in their head and feeling a little bit of insecurity. I'm going to take that top card, but the rest of them, there's too many there. That one wants to come. Nope, it's this one. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. I got it. Okay. So the advice from the universe is the Five of Cups, the Hangman again. Or no, you didn't have the Hangman. I was thinking that was a Hermit you have. and the Six of Wands. So, so you have victory twice here, and but I see, you know, the Five of Wands is usually us, and I'm really feeling that because, like I said, that insecurity I was feeling is that you're sitting with that Five of Cups. You're looking at the spilt cups. You're looking at what happened, the bump in the road, but in a good way, because you're trying to gain a new perspective. You are trying to gain a new perspective on this, so that you can have victory. So, you know, that Hermit, you, like I said, I did see you with the Hermit and the Magician, kind of going within, taking a moment to figure out how to make this happen, you know. But it did get you in your head and feeling, knock you back a peg, you know, like, but you are doing the right thing, Pisces, because you are, like I said, you know, even though you're focused on those spilt cups, you're focusing on those spilt cups to try and gain a new perspective so that you can indeed have that victory that you want to have, that you wanted to have to begin with. So that's what I have for you, Pisces, and that, I think that was good advice and a good message for you. So that's where we end this week's reading, and I thank you so much for you that joined me and took the time to listen to this video. I appreciate it greatly. Although, you know, you Pisces are probably the only ones that are going to hear me saying thank you, because I need to probably start doing that at each sign, especially since I timestamp these videos, and people don't always listen to it all the way through. They only listen to their individual signs, which is why I started saying to like and subscribe with the individual signs. So that's all I have for you all today. And anyone that took the time to listen, thank you so very much, especially if you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate each and every one of you so very much. And thank you so much. And I'll see you next week when we do this again. So joy, love, and light. Thank you so much. See ya.